Kia ora. The cloudier skies and warmer temperatures we've been seeing recently, all the precursor to this next weather system making its way towards us. That will be bringing some heavier rainfall, particularly across parts of, say, the Tasman region and on the western side of the country. We have got some severe weather warnings and watches already in place. Also, some windier weather as well. As we head through the rest of today, we'll continue to find that cloud spilling across us, rain reaching in towards the western side of both the South Island and also the North Island as well. The heaviest falls as we go through towards the end of the day around that western coast, particularly up in towards the ranges of Westland. As we head through the night time tonight and on into Thursday, you can see this rain continues to move eastwards. And with those northerly winds, that'll push the rain in towards particularly those northern and western parts of the Tasman region, which will bear the brunt of some of this rainfall as we head through the next few days. And as we go through in towards Thursday itself, the story continues. That rain continues to move across the top of the South Island. By the end of the day, it reaches up in towards the North Island as well. That rain running through towards Taranaki, Northland, spreading across in towards Auckland and Waikato. It's been a fair while since we've seen rainfall across some of those western parts of the country. So it's a real change to the weather, but with some really intense bursts of rainfall expected for parts of, say, the Tasman region, Buller, Grey and the Westland area. We have got some severe weather warnings already in place, particularly on the South Island, and particularly about those higher parts of the ranges in the north of the South Island, so parts of Marlborough, places like the Richmond and Bryant ranges as well. And again, that northwestern part of the Tasman region is likely to find rainfall totals as much as 350 to 400 millimetres of rain about the higher ranges through there. So well worth keeping up to date with the forecast, taking extra care and extra caution. You can also see we've got wet weather warnings across the western side of the North Island as well. These come into force really by the end of the day on Thursday and through towards Friday. But you can see we have still got some of that rainfall across those western areas as well. Check out our severe weather update show for more information about that. As we head through the daytime on Thursday, it's a case of watching that rain coming in from the west. So these eastern areas starting off dry, some clearer skies. But even here, I think the cloud will thicken up through the daytime and that rain progressively marches across the western side of the country, running in towards places like Taranaki and Northland at first. But then as we head through to the end of the day, we'll find that rain running through places like Auckland. A wet night overnight Thursday into Friday for Auckland, with some of that heavier rainfall arriving in the early hours of Friday morning. Now, one of the plus sides of where this air is coming from is it's relatively mild. So our nighttime temperatures around about 18 degrees Celsius up in the north through there, and our daytime temperatures not much better. It's a fairly cloudy story, but I think at least the temperatures are warm. But it is going to be a wetter end to the day across many parts of the North Island. And like I say, those severe weather watches come into force really towards the end of the day on Thursday and run through towards Friday for many parts of that western side. As we go down towards the South Island, where the rain is firmly in place from the word go on Thursday, heaviest around those ranges on the western coast and up in towards those north and western parts as well. But you can see even there, patchy rain does make its way across and towards the eastern side of the South Island. If you're down in the far south, places like Invercargill, you'll probably do just about fine through most of the day. But even here, I think it'll turn cloudy, and by the end of the day, some patchy rain. But the places that's going to find the heaviest rainfall is up through the Tasman region, parts of Buller and Grey. Some really heavy rainfall for you as well. Well worth keeping up to date with those severe weather watches and warnings, especially as we head through the daytime on Thursday. You can find all that information over on MetService.com. Again, it's really warm air over us, so nothing cold in our nighttime temperatures. But with that much rain around, I think the temperatures are the least of our concern. As we head in towards Friday, now we have got that wet weather still moving across. You can see those darker blues still indicating even through into the early hours of Friday, some heavy rainfall still to come through towards those northern and western parts of the South Island. A wet start today for Auckland. We should find that rain shifts off a little bit through the afternoon, but for those areas in the eastern parts of the Bay of Plenty, the winds will just push that rain through there as well. So we may well find more areas added to our watches and warnings as we head through towards Friday. It is a slowly improving feature with this area of rainfall clearing away, some drier weather back towards those western facing coasts as we head through the daytime on Friday. A bit more cloud down through the eastern side later on. But I think it is a case of Thursday and Friday are looking like fairly active days in terms of weather across many parts of the country. So do please keep up to date with the forecast, and you can find all of that information over at metservice.com.